verses, so I shouldn't start talking. I didn't really read the text.
Hey, Russell.
Hey, how you
Russell
doing?
Rathbun, Tony
Hi.
Jones.
This is the Hardest Question video blog, and we're talking, what is
Easter?
Easter. Yep.
Resurrection.
Yeah. How's everybody doing? You holding up? All right.
Good Friday, you got through it. Maundy,
Yep.
Thursday, Easter Vigil, been up all night,
Yeah.
and you're just now thinking, what am I going to preach at the
Yeah.
sunrise service?
Well, you're in luck.
You were just saying, just
Yeah.
before we went live
Right.
on air, that the resurrection, you like the empty tomb.
I like the empty tomb because that is all we have, you know? We have what we experience, and really one thing we can preach and point to is God's physical absence. I mean, really.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
mean,
interesting.
That's what we have.
We've got these kind of mystical appearances of a ghostly gardener
Yeah, that's
kind of thing, right?
Right, which is, I mean, the different gospels all kind of have a different take on that. Like maybe there's the young man there, there's a ghostly gardener, there's, you know, maybe Jesus there sometime. It's not all. I mean, they do not agree there. They're trying to figure out what to do with it. Have some presence.
So in John, the women run there.
The women run
They
there.
find the empty tomb. Mary's weeping. She turns around, and a gardener says, "Why are
Yeah.
you weeping?" You
Yeah.
know, like, what's up?
Right.
And it's funny that sometimes I wonder when I read, like, whether it's this or whether it's the walk to Emmaus, that
Yeah.
they both kind of have this, like, don't you know what's happened?
Yeah,
and it
right.
makes you kind of wonder, maybe Jesus' death and maybe Jesus' crucifixion wasn't that big a deal all across Jerusalem. Or maybe it was.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
because like the guys on the road to Emmaus, they're similarly
Yeah.
like, don't you know what's
yeah,
happened?
right.
Haven't
Don't-
you heard of all
right.
the things that have unfolded
Right.
in Jerusalem in these days or whatever?
So
And-
that posits the possibility that, yeah, a lot of people probably don't know.
yeah, so these women, and well, you must have had, you know, youth pastors telling you that, oh, the stone could never have been rolled away by the
Sure.
soldiers. It was too big.
It was too big, right.
That proves
Yeah.
that Jesus was resurrected.
There's
Or that he wasn't just resuscitated and pushed his way out.
Right, no, that he could not have done that himself.
So
Yeah, Jesus couldn't really roll the stone away by himself, but he could defeat death. Right.
yeah.
And also be the creator of the world. But the stone, it's a heavy stone.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It must have been
Yeah.
the Father. So here we are with the empty tomb, and we need to preach on
Yeah.
Easter Sunday that's interesting that God is absent. I mean, what we want to do probably is jump ahead in the lectionary and
Yeah.
start to talk about the walk to Emmaus
Right.
and cooking fish on the beach
Right.
and showing up in the upper room,
Right.
the post-resurrection appearances of Jesus.
Yeah.
But Easter Sunday, we really don't preach that, do we?
No,
we preach
we have
the empty
the
tomb.
empty tomb. And to me, it's like it's the most like I always want to tell the truth, right? I mean, just say this is really the truth, because to try and proclaim Jesus is risen, he's here, look, and to proclaim that to all your people and everybody get excited and say, look, he's here. I mean, no, he's not really here.
Right.
You know, it's sort of like, so I like the empty tomb to say that, you know, he's no longer dead. He is not here. And I think there's something that takes seriously about God's absence.
Not what you would necessarily think of preaching on Easter Sunday.
Yeah, that's
But,
very true.
it's
But
a
I think
nice
I
twist.
think it's something that is like comforting to people, because
Yeah.
there's this sort of obligation. I know we feel it as pastors to try and proclaim this glorious thing. I mean, who really can? I mean, don't you feel kind of like you're lacking something when you get up there on Easter Sunday and you say, "Christ is risen," like trying to bring some kind of gusto to that proclamation? It's kind of, you know.
Very theatrical.
It's theatrical, and it's just like, it's hard to bring that, it should be understated or something, I don't know,
Yeah.
to try and muster that much excitement. I like to say, look, he is no longer here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's good.
I know. Look, he's no longer here.
Yeah.
Where is he?
Well, that's a great question. We wish you luck in prepping your Easter morning services,
Yeah.
sermons, or you could do like we've done and move your worship gatherings to the evening, and that buys you a whole nother day to prep your sermons.
There you go. This has been the Hardest Question video blog.